If y'all know someone that needs the information, make sure you let them know. Go to bit.ly/King Ashley Ann, bit.ly/King Ashley Ann, bit.ly/King Ashley Ann. You can do anything. Get into it. Everybody give it up to the big God, because that's who gave me the gifts of business, beautification, and hospitality. I've been able to use them to make a crap load of money for myself, but more importantly, I've been able to help over 11,000 people make money with their social media accounts. Right now, over 700 of my clients are six-figure earners, and I have 146 clients that have done $1 million with me in under a year. And I have 9 clients right now that are currently doing $1 million months. So I'm not good at what I do. I'm not great at what I do. I am gifted at what I do. Blink, blink, blink. Okay? And if you don't believe me, go through my highlights. You can go on my page. I do my best to try and tag my clients with their posts and all of that good stuff, so you know it's real. I have clients that sell physical products. I have clients with brick and mortar stores and restaurants. I have clients that are coaches and consultants. I have all kinds of service providers. I have clients that are MLM. I have all kinds of clients that do all kinds of things. Okay, we get out here and we get this money. That's what I teach people how to do, and specifically how to get it with your social media accounts. And I also have a lot of clients, believe it or not, they don't even have any products when they start with me, and I show them how to make money on social media with no product. Okay, so that is what we do. Most of those clients go through a program that is called Instacoin Academy, and you're able to get mentorship, community training, you know, and you learn the strategic infrastructure and what I do to be able to build up. And I just introduced a quick lunch section maybe a month and a half ago. And so while you're building out your infrastructure, the quick lunch gives you strategies that you can use to start making money within a few weeks. So that's how that shakes out in these streets. So anyway, blinkety blink, blink, blink. Outside of doing that, my event design and production company, Events by Ashley Ann, Events by Ashley Ann, Events by Ashley Ann, is how I first started making coins out here in these streets, how I first started getting to it and getting to the bag, okay? And now, from there, I was able to develop it into several other companies and several other businesses. So I got into consulting and ads and all of that other good stuff. All right, that's what we do. If you're in this broadcast and if I've helped you make some money, drop the money bags, the dollar signs, the credit card emojis, the euro, the yen, the dinero. Y'all know my favorite out of all of those are the money mouth and the money bags. If you feel compelled to tell people how much I've helped you make, you can share that information as well. Blinkety, blink, blink, blink. So that is what I do out here in these streets. I do have a bachelor's in finance. I also have a master's degree in business. Y'all might know this burden. So I messed around in this morning. Y'all see this big old crystal that's on my fingernail? It's so annoying. Anyway, I'm testing out new angles. I don't like this setup because it's too much work to get to 2 different screens. So I don't think we'll be trying this one again. But anyway, I messed around and caught my nose like this on the crystal when I was putting on my moisturizer, and it scratched my nose. It's so annoying. Oh my gosh, it hurts so bad. So I think I got a cut like in the inside of my nose from this crystal. But anyway, back to the regular scheduling program. So outside of doing all of those things, I have drop shipping stores. I am a public speaker. I'm a coach and a consultant. I have a bunch of products and stuff that people can purchase. I dibble dabble in real estate a little bit, and I am a distributor for a company called Tava. So Tava has a liquid multivitamin that is amazing. And I take it every day, and this multivitamin I did my little update or whatever, but we'll do an official Tava talk. I don't know if we'll do it tonight or if we'll do it maybe tomorrow. I mean, I'm gonna have time because it's icy outside, so I can't go nowhere. So anyway, not only do they have the liquid multivitamin, they also have a CBD coffee that lots of people really, really use. And outside of that, they have a detox tea, and they have energy capsules called Flare. All of their products are plant-based, and the products are manufactured here in the States. And so anyway, I've taken the products. I like the tea, and I like the liquid vitamins. and those are what I take on a regular basis or whatever. And so anyway, those of you that were asking about the Glow Gang, that is my team. So like if you join the Glow Gang, I would be your upline. Do I provide a lot for my Tava team? I do, and I'm doing even more. Like we got some crazy stuff that's going on to be able to not only be able to help people, retail their products or build their teams if they want to, but actually just to help people build whatever their business is. Because I tell everyone in the Glow Gang, Tava, the product should integrate into what you're doing. Unless you want to be the Tava man or the Tava lady, I want everybody on my Glow Gang to have their own identity. I want them to have their own brand, and I just want them, honestly, using Tava as an additional income stream. And of course, taking the products, for health benefits. That's it. So I teach totally different than other people in MLM. And I actually have extensive trainings and an extensive system set up for my team. So those of you that were asking about the Glow Gang, I had really closed up membership. And I hadn't been recruiting, but I'm about to put a lot of people out. So that means I got room for new people. So if you're going to get in there and you're going to be serious and you're going to use your tools and you're going to use your resources and you're going to have a positive attitude, I would love to have you as part of the Glow Gang. Click the link in my bio. There is a button that says join the Glow Gang. Tap that button. It'll take you to the application. You can fill it out. Choose, get your initial starter kit. I always tell people to start with my favorite is the business pack because it gives you enough products to take for yourself and to sample out. So it's going to help you build up your customer base and make sales really, really quickly. But you also can do the complete pack if you just want to take the products for yourself. I have a lot of people, they don't want to build a team. They don't want to retail. They just really enjoy the type of products. They've been losing a lot of weight. They've been getting better sleep. They've been able to rid themselves of pain from taking the products. A lot of people like the energy capsules because they keep them focused and stuff, and they have an appetite suppressant in them, so they're able to lose weight too because they're not eating as much. So I have a lot of people that just take the products and they sign up so they can get the distributor discount. They literally just sign up just for that. And if that's what you want to do, you can do that too, okay? Whatever makes you feel good. So that is that. So those of you that want to join the Glow Gang, click the link in the bio, tap the button that says join the Glow Gang. I do extensive training. My members of the Glow Gang have access to thousands and thousands of dollars of training pertaining to building your business and your brand. I have a quick start guide where I actually created a 19-page document, and it breaks down how to retail and the price point of your products for people that want to do that. We also have a lot of trainings that show you how to put together different lead magnets and your funnels and opt-in pages and stuff like that. And I have a group that's called Get Up and Glow Up that I pay for. I finance it out of my pocket for my members of the Glow Gang. And so basically you and any of your customers get to come into that group. As long as they're a customer of yours, they get access to the nutritionists, the meal plans, the menus, the fitness trainers, the live fitness sessions that we have in there with the different trainers and all of that good stuff. So that's that for those of you that want to know about the Glow Gang. But like I said, we'll do a Tava talk and we'll get more into depth about it and who I think, it's a good revenue stream for. So that'll be that. So anyway, blink, blink, blink for those of you that were asking about that. And yeah, with that being said, let me see. Ready. Let me see it roll through those comments. You say you're planning to get in soon, targeting my lupus and fibro warrior sisters and brothers. Yeah, my aunt has lupus and she likes the liquid vitamins a lot. She tells me how good they make her feel, and how she's really, really adjusting them for sure. Hey, Earth and Escapes, do you manage your drop shipping stores or do you have them through an outside company? That's on me, baby. Come on now. I can't be out here telling you I'm going to teach you how to get the coins and I'm not doing it. Hey, Marquita, what's going on? Hey, Ronnie. Hey, Velma. I ain't got time for that. This is the thing. Y'all used to these people that's out here to be BSing y'all. Let me take a real quick second to rant. I'm probably going to end up doing a little IGTV about this. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but I'm really tired of these scamming hoes out here in these streets. I said what I said. I'm tired of it. If I'm so tired of people popping up telling you they're going to teach you how to make $1 million and they haven't made $1 million. I'm so tired of people telling you that they're going to teach you how to build your wealth and they don't have any wealth. They don't even own a home or a piece of property or insurance policy. I'm so tired of people talking about they're going to help you establish your business credit, and they have no business credit. They've never gotten a round of funding ever before in their life. Like, I'm just so sick of this, okay? I'm just so sick of this. Lisa said, my vitamin D level is in a normal range finally since taking the liquid vitamin. Yay, Lisa. Okay. I have a lot of testimonials with women dealing with like their iron level, vitamin D and stuff like that from taking the liquid vitamins. I'm telling you, the products are dope. But anyway, I'm just tired of this, okay? I'm just so tired of this. I'm so tired of it. And I'm probably going to make an IGTV. You said I took a few tips from a few of your posts and I've already seen the difference in my followers. Yes, we like a receipt. But I'm just sick of, I am sick of this. You said I've been scammed twice spending money I didn't even have. Yeah, you gotta, like, I do broadcasts sometimes to teach people how not to get scammed. And so we probably gonna do it because I'm so sick of this. Let me tell y'all this, okay? Let me tell y'all this. At the end of the day, okay? How you get the liquid vitamins, you can click the link in my bio. They're called Valet 30, VALE 30, and you can click there to buy a bottle, okay? But let me tell y'all this. Anybody that says they can do whatever it is, we have receipts, okay? I know, let me tell y'all this. There are people that are really good manipulators. They're really good at emotionally manipulating you. They're really, really good at aspirational manipulations. They're really good at creating environments that make you feel good. And normally the key indication for me is a scammer. Scammers tell you what you want to hear. A scammer is going to say, yes, you can make millions of dollars through your social media and only work 4 hours a week. It's an effing lie. Like, most of the people that I know that are out here beasting it, we work more than 4 hours a week. We don't mind it because we like what we do. We enjoy what we do. And you can get to a point eventually where you can work 4 hours a week. Like, when I was making probably somewhere in between $250,000, $500,000 a year, I was working like 4 to 6 hours a week. Okay? But at that point, I wanted to stay stationary. Well, once I kicked into gear and I was like, okay, I want to get to $1 million a year. Well, now I want $1 million a quarter. Now I want to have $1 million a month, because you're grinding, growing, developing, putting your team in place, maybe changing your systems, going through coaching, trying to learn new skill sets, networking. It's all this stuff that you're doing. You don't work 4 hours a week, right? Now, you may get to the point when you establish that, then okay, you get to go in maintenance mode and you can work like 3 or 4 hours a week. But even most people that are doing it, they still work 3 to 4 hours a day. Whether it's working with clients, sending emails, being on podcasts, running their private group sessions. Like, I have insight session with Instacoin tonight from 5. We start at 5. We normally are in there for 2 or 3 hours once we do insight sessions. I just don't know it. And then a lot of us that are working like this, if we're entrepreneurs, we love our work. This is fulfilling to us. So anyway, these people just come and they just tell y'all bull crap that you want to hear. And so people buy into it because these people are hyping you up. And then you get in there and you get fluff, okay? So red flag number 1 is somebody is telling you something, and when you looked at all of the other successful people on the planet Earth, and they have complete opposite advice, like that right there ain't cool. Number 2, when they don't have any receipts, okay? A lot of these people have no receipts. They have no testimonials. They don't have themselves as a receipt to prove that they can do what they can do, and they don't have any like clients or customers. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nobody that can say, hey Tashina, no, there's nobody that can say, I use these people's products. I, use this person's system. I go here and get this done. I order this from them, whatever. That's number 2, okay? Number 3, they never really give you any real content. And what I mean by that, they don't give you anything that's tactical. They don't tell you what apps or tools or softwares. They don't talk about common mistakes. They're not going to give you the steps to something. They're not going to explain any concepts or anything like that. All these people do is give you a bunch of fluffy stuff, and they just talk about a bunch of their personal stories. They talk about stuff that makes you feel good about, being motivated or feeling like you're worthy. And I'm not saying that stuff doesn't matter, because I do personal development too. So sometimes I definitely talk about, like your self-worth, valuation, tapping into your discernment and stuff like that, but they like never, ever, 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 ever put any of those other types of things in there. So like those are just a few, you know what I'm saying, like red flags. So if you see somebody and they're out here in these streets and they are just like giving you nothing, don't give them your money. Okay? Don't give them your money. This is an odd troll. I've gotten lots of trollations before. I've never gotten this trollation before where everybody's saying, hey, gay queen, lesbian queen. Shout out to all the lesbians and to all of the gay people. I'm not gay, I'm not a lesbian. Don't think there's anything wrong with it, but cool. This is nobody came out, girl, they trolling me. I've gotten all kinds of trollations before. I've never gotten that trollation before that I'm a gay queen. I know that's an interesting one. But shout out to all the gay queens in the building and all the gay kings in the building. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to all the LGBTQ plus. Y'all look, don't hold it against me. I can't remember all of the acronyms, okay, that y'all got going on, but y'all know who I'm talking about, okay? Y'all know I always have loved y'all and supported y'all, and it is what it is. But all of that good stuff. You date me? Thanks. No, I don't know. You were so confused. I don't know, honey. I don't know. You said I'm invited to the cookout. Thank you. Thank you, Siren. You said fire. So anyway. You said you've heard, look, that company that you just mentioned, I've taken their products before. They did not work for me, okay? It's not the same. So Tava's whole thing is 1 a day. You only take 1 shot of vitamins. Nobody's going to be telling you to take your vitamins 2 and 3 times a day, okay? The tea, you only need 1 tea. That's it. With TLC, and I have a very dear friend that sells TLC, and I told her I don't like the products. I've had several people that sell TLC try and give me products. I don't like them. They don't work for me. They broke my skin out and literally did nothing. So, like with their products, you have to drink 2 or 3 teas a day. They want you to have it with a full glass of water 20 minutes before a meal. Tava don't work like that. You can take your Tava before a meal, after a meal. You can take it at the end of the day, and you just need 1 sachet. And it's a lot of people who literally only take half of a sachet. That's all that they take. So not the same as far as the quality of the products. You're not going to see a Tava person, at least not that I know of, at least not yet. We're not going to be getting online telling you, hey, well, I'm just telling you, it's not just everybody. I know a lot of people that it don't work for. But you're not going to see us getting online saying, you didn't take the product right. You got to drink a gallon of water. I have so many testimonials and results of people that took TLC and they came and took Tava and they were shocked that it actually worked. They also were shocked during their detox how much was still left inside of their systems, and they were amazed that it only took 1 sachet or half of a sachet. You don't have to drink a glass of water, and if you get a 30-day supply of Tava, guess what? It actually lasts you for 30 days because you're not drinking 2 or 3 sachets a day. If you are a 30-day supply of something and you're drinking 2 a day, that literally only gets you through 2 weeks. If you're drinking 3 a day, that's only 10 days, okay? So, it is what it is. it is what it is. So Carol said Tava is amazing. Shout out to all of y'all that's saying that Tava, yes, and Tava is plant-based. Shout out to everybody saying that Tava works. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, cosign. The truth is the truth. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, okay? Anyway, to the content for today, okay? Y'all gonna hit me with them ready. Go ahead and hit me with it. All of you guys that are asking for a sample, I will have to put my 3-day sample link back up, and you can get a 3-day sample that comes with just the detox tea. Or I normally recommend people getting the kit that gets the tea and the liquid vitamins. I'm telling y'all, these liquid vitamins are amazing. Okay, amazing. Okay. Alyssa said yes, it's a big difference. Yeah, I'm straight up. Y'all know I am. I keep it 100. Speaking from experience. Okay. So I said what I said because that's my experience, okay? And you saw several other people in here in the comments who've had the same experience that I had it. Healing Essential Wellness said, my 2nd day taking it, and you said clap, clap, clap. Thank you, because it works, okay? It works. People are shocked. It's very, very powerful. You said the CBD coffee is bomb. A lot of my clients like the CBD coffee. Nikki, specifically my clients, they say they like the CBD coffee because it's a mood stabilizer. A lot of them say that it helps their sleep. And there are also a lot of people that have like chronic pain and inflammation. And a lot of my clients that have arthritis, they really, really like the CBD coffee a lot too. So they love it, you know, and they buy it all the time. So yeah, the CBD coffee is dope though because it's infused with chaga. So, and I think the chaga mushroom is more beneficial than the CBD. But again, we'll do a Tava talk probably tomorrow or this weekend because, like I said, I got time. Okay, I'm iced in. I can't go nowhere. It's ice all over the place around here. I ain't going nowhere. Y'all know I live in the hills, honey. Your girl is locked down. So I got today I got time, cuz. Okay, I got time. You said my client released over 9 pounds in 13 days. Come on, Sade, let the people know. Okay? So, anyways, now, what we have covered so far have been the 5 things that you need to sell, okay? And dispelling the myth that you have to be an extrovert in order to make a lot of sales. Absolutely not true. We talked a lot about targeting. Once we got through that, I broke down for you guys 10 very specific types of content that you need to develop and that you have to post if we're going to be strategic as far as building up our following and building up people who will buy from us, okay? The next thing, okay? Now, you said you iced in Memphis. Okay, child, that ice storm was not playing last night, was it? The next thing that we covered, outside of that, I gave you guys 5 actual tactics, strategies, like things you can do in your social media to be able to call out and attract a client and a customer to you. And then last night we talked about how you actually pre-qualify a client and you determine like if you need to shoot them a link to a product, or if you actually need to get on a phone call with them. We talked about figuring out what your minimums are. We talked about your initial pre-qualification questions. We talked about going through, you know, the timeline, assessing if there's actually an opportunity. We talked about establishing what they need you to do, making sure the person has the authority to purchase, and then finally the budget, okay? So, and how we get people to tell us what the budget is. We talked about all of that good stuff. And so now we're to the point, right, where someone is actually going to click a link so they can schedule a call with us, all right? Now, if you were in the DMs and you were sending a link to them to go over and purchase the product, there's normally 2 things that I recommend that somebody does before we get into the form, okay? One, if you can offer them any type of incentive to purchase that day, especially for you guys that have like online boutiques and, you know, like kind of regular retail products like maybe scrubs, lotions, room sprays, home decor, hair, whatever it is that you're selling. If we want them to purchase that day, right? So we can do some type of incentive. Maybe we can give them like a special coupon for 15% off. Maybe we can do free shipping for them or something like that. But that coupon has to expire that day, or it has to expire within 48 hours. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? If you sell like ebooks, digital products, bundles, courses, stuff like that, I definitely encourage you guys. I'm sorry, it's getting a little cold. Trying to turn the heat on. I definitely encourage that you guys use something like Deadline Funnel. So I have a Deadline Funnel, and what my Deadline Funnel does is it has a timer. And a lot of you guys have experienced this, right? Y'all will come in and y'all be like, oh, that product isn't working, or I tried to get to the link. And I'm like, yes, the product does work. The timer for it just disappeared, right? So what happens with the Deadline Funnel is it tracks individual IP addresses. So if I send you that link to, let's say you have an ebook or something, and that's what you're selling. And I say, hey, well, I think this book will be great because it's going to walk you through XYZ element of P, and you're also going to see an order bump to get a special video companion guide and a workbook. You need to go ahead and grab that too. This bundle set is normally $200, but if you go ahead and commit to purchasing it today, then all of a sudden I can give it to you for 50% off. So instead of $297, you can get it for like $147, right, or something like that. That's an incentive to get somebody to commit to purchasing today. Now, how do we make sure that people can purchase it that day? You have to, and that they're not waiting and sitting on your link for 10 or 12 days. This is where the deadline funnel comes in. So the deadline timer, you put in your product. So normally what I like to do is I like to duplicate my product. So this works really, really well. For any of you guys that have digital products, you have bundles, if you have like a flagship course, even if you have physical products and you don't have a lot of physical products. So like Earth and Escapes is a good example of this. Marquita has very high quality, amazing products, but she doesn't carry like 30 products in her line. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that many products, so this will work well for her. Now, if you're a person and you're like a retailer and you have like, 80 different outfits that people can purchase or something, I personally wouldn't use this strategy. I would use this strategy maybe for like new arrivals, a pre-sale, maybe like featured products of the month or of the week or something like that. This strategy will work for that. But I wouldn't do it for like everything in your store. Everything in your store, you can just do a code, okay? But anyway, back to what I was saying. So the deadline funnel tracks IP addresses. So what you're going to do is the page, you have the regular product page at the regular price. You're going to duplicate that product page, and this is what you're going to make the reduced price. So if you want it to be 50% off, 10% off, whatever you want to do, if there's something free you want to add to it for them, that's what you're going to put on the duplicate page, okay? You'll go into the deadline funnel. You will put a timer for 12 hours to 48 hours at the most. I really recommend 24 hours at the most, though, because you want people to buy that day. So that's how I do 12 hours. So here's your link, right? And when they click it, that countdown timer is going to start. What's going to happen is if they let that countdown timer run out, let's say you talk to them on Wednesday and they go on Friday and they try and go back to the link and they're like, hey, I was ready to buy, but the discount price isn't there anymore. Well, yeah, I told you had to buy today to get the discounted price. Because once that timer clicks down, the deadline funnel is going to redirect them or reroute them to wherever you want them to go. So what I have my funnel set up to do for most part is when I want a sale to be over, I just reroute it back to my tree. And that's come, y'all are like, oh my God, the link is broken. No, it's not broken. I just don't want you to be able to buy it anymore. That's just it. I don't want you to be able to buy it anymore until I go in and change the price or update it or put it back on sale again or maybe take it out the vault or whatever it is that I want to do with it. This is why some of y'all have clicked the link in my bio. Maybe you clicked when the 6-figure Biz Builder bundle was available. Y'all clicked on it, right? And there was an offer to get it for 90% off. So you only had to pay $27 instead of like $297 for that product. A lot of y'all let that timer go down. So after 3 days, you try to go back and you're like, I'm trying to get it, you know what I'm saying? But it's showing up for $197 for me. Well, that's still $100 off, but you're not never going back to that $27 price point unless I do a fixed price sale with a new link and a new product. And it'll be, so I may make a post and I say, hey, you can get the social media biz builder bundle for $27, right? And it could be 6 months later and people go back and try and click it and they're like, hey, it's not working. It's showing up at $297 for me. Well, you had the opportunity to buy it for $27. You had the opportunity to buy it for $197 and you didn't. Well, now you got to get it for $297 if you want it. Like, you got to pay the regular price. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down, how that works? So if your timer is set up and you put 12 hours in there and you DM that customer and you say, hey, if you go ahead and sign up today, you will get it at this price. The deadline funnel will make sure if they don't sign up during that time parameter, it will reroute them to the page that has the regular price on it. So that's how that works. Do you offer a class on the terminology using social media? I have a glossary that you can buy if you click the link in the bio, and the glossary like goes through common social media terms and stuff like that. But that's how that works, and so that's what I recommend that a lot of you guys are using. And so, like I said, if you have a Shopify store, then make a coupon and put a timer on your coupon. And your coupon can be for free shipping or 15% off or whatever you want it to be. But a lot of people want to know how I'm able to drive so many sales, like on a day-to-day. That's how I drive so many sales. Like, I do incentives, and it's like, hey, if this is the particular product that we're focused on right now, even like this series, right? If you click the link in my bio and tap the first button to get a copy of this series, you can get it for the low. Tomorrow, when the timer goes down at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight, the price is going to go up. and people will go and click the link, and if they didn't get it while it was on sale right now, they're gonna be like, dang, you know what I'm saying, I gotta pay $97 for it, and then after $97 it's gonna go up again. Like that, like that's how it works. Okay, so no, you cannot create this in ConvertKit. You can add a deadline timer to ConvertKit, but you don't create your deadline timer in ConvertKit. I said the app, Deadline Funnel. Why y'all be doing this to me? I be telling y'all what it is, and y'all be trying to come up with other stuff. Listen to what I said. Deadline Funnel. I just told you what the app is and what the tool is. You go in, you make your little timer, and you stick it wherever you want to stick it. You can put it on a product. You can put it in an email. You can have a limited supply. Like maybe you only have like 100 or something, or 50 or something. You can put it on there and do a countdown. And every time somebody buys it, you will see the sales. Like you'll see the inventory click down. So you can make whatever you want to make happen with it, okay? But that is what I recommend for people where we just need to send them a link so they can purchase, okay? Now, to when we got to get somebody on the phone. A lot of you guys need to set up your questionnaire. You haven't set it up yet, or if you've set it up, you haven't set it up properly, okay? So when it comes to this questionnaire, there's very specific information we need to be looking for from our clients, okay? So the first information we need on there, as silly as y'all think it is, you need to ask the clients for their name, okay? And you need to ask for any of their contact information. That's the first thing that you need to ask for. I know this is going to sound really weird to y'all, but if somebody won't give you their contact information, they're probably not really serious about being a part of, you know, a system or a project or really working with you. I know that sounds really, really silly, but start thinking about people that are full of shenanigans. They never want to give you a way to contact them. They only want to be able to contact you and pull whatever they can pull from you. Child, we don't have time to be out here being used. You ain't got time for that. So if somebody will not give you a phone number and an email to contact them back with, they're probably not serious. Okay? Real life. They ain't really serious. Because I will tell you this. When I want somebody to call me back, when I want to buy something, when I want to work with somebody, I definitely leave my phone number. I leave multiple ways for people to contact me, actually. I will leave my phone number. I'll be like, you can text me. Here's my email if that's better. Here's my desk line. Here's my cell phone lines. Honey, like, you can, so that's number one. Number two or number three, we need to ask what is like their issue or goal. And so you're not going to say what's your issue, but you may say, what's the goal you would like to accomplish? What has been your biggest challenge over the past 90 days? In a few sentences, can you explain the breadth of this project to me? So, something like that, okay? So we want to figure out what exactly is the issue. What have you been having trouble with? Something like that, okay? Because we need to know exactly what it is that we have that's a good fit for this client. And sometimes when people fill out the form, you may realize like you guys aren't a good fit at all, and maybe you need to refer them to somebody else, okay? Next you want to ask them, what have they tried to do to remedy this, okay? So we want to see like how active they've been. And a lot of times they'll say, well, I just started, haven't really done anything yet. Sometimes they'll give you a whole list of like 9 things that they've done before that hasn't gotten them a solution. But we want to try and figure out like what exactly have you tried to do. So that way you're not really, you want to make sure that you're not giving them, I don't want to say like recycled information, but you want to make sure that you're giving them something new. A lot of people want to know, how do I close so many clients? One thing you will hear a lot of my clients echo, almost every single one of my clients will say, this woman has said and done things I've never seen anybody do before, or she said things I've never heard before. That's almost all of them verbatim. They will tell you that, and they was like, oh, she the one for me. I need to work with her. So it's really important that you try and find creative solutions for your clients and something that fits them. And I know a lot of people, there are going to be people that are going to disagree with me. That's fine. You can disagree with me all you want to, but like, understand this. Just for my consulting clients, not for my digital products, just for my consulting clients, I do M's. Okay, just from the consulting side. If I did not do real estate, if I didn't invest in the stock market, if I didn't have any insurance policies, if I wasn't trying to expand my real estate empire right now, if I was not speaking, I would still be making M's just from the consulting side. So this whole thing that people have been taught, and they're like, oh, you got to have some mystery and hold back on them. No. Now, I didn't say give them everything, but we definitely have to make sure that we're giving people information that really can help them. Hey, Terry, what's going on, boo? Right? Like, you got to make sure that you are really helping this person when you're on the call with them. You holding back and trying to do some weird mind hump to them is not going to help you gain them as a client. Blink, blink, blink. You need to be able to provide them with something, or a different perspective, or even if you have to go back to something that they tried in the past, investigate further how exactly that went down, what was the process that they used, the steps that they took, because you may be able to go through their system and say, oh, well, you actually should have, turned left and went 3 steps down, instead of turning left and sitting there, right? So you want to make sure that you are really trying to remedy something for a client, find a solution. You said not a mind hump. It is a mind hump because, and I have so many people that I've worked with that I've had to break from this habit. They're like, well, I can't give them too much. Like, I'm not saying give them everything, like to where they don't need you. I'm not saying that, but you definitely have to give them information that's really going to help them. You want them to be in the position that if they hung up the phone with you and they went out and tried what you told them to do from that consultation, that they would get some results. Because that's what's going to make somebody come back with you. That's what's going to make somebody work with you. That is what helps you command a higher price in the marketplace. Because it's like, dang, I tried this and I got a result. I tried this and it actually worked. If people are doing something and it actually works, they're going to keep working with you. I tell people all the time, the best way to gain a new customer or a new client is help them solve a problem. Like, you will get a lifelong client. You'll have a lifelong customer. So when y'all get people on these calls, like, literally try and help them find some type of remedy or solution that is specific to them. And so the best way to do that is figure out or ask them, like, what have you already done to try and accomplish this goal or remedy this problem or get, an answer to your question, find a solution, whatever it is that's going on, okay? Next, okay, when we're going down the little list, you need to ask them if they have any of the basic infrastructure or supplies, that they're going to need to accomplish the goal. So, for instance, on my questionnaire form, I ask people, do you already have a list of at least 1,000 people? That lets me know immediately, kind of where we are. I also am interested to know, have they ever worked with a coach before for their business? And then people can tell me, yes, I've been in this program, or no, I've never done it before. So that way we can try and figure that out. Something else that's specific to me, I can't give y'all too much, okay? But something else that's specific to me on my form that I want to know for the clients, I always ask them, what social media platforms are you using and what's your favorite? Because for me, I help people make money through social media, right? I help you make sales. So I need to know what you really like. I'm not going to sit here and give you a whole strategy about using TikTok or Pinterest, and you already told me on your form that you really, really love Facebook, or that you really, really love Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Or you really love YouTube. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So when I talk about basic infrastructure or supplies, that's what is relevant to like your industry and your business, whatever it is that you're doing for a client. So let's just say, for example, I was a realtor. Okay, let's say I'm a realtor and I help people. Maybe I'm helping out first-time home buyers. Maybe that's who I want to specialize with, right? So on my form, I'm going to ask them, do you know what your credit score is? And when was the last time you checked it? And what's the number? I'm going to ask them, do you have pre-approval? And are you working with any lender or financial institution? I'm probably going to want to know, have they applied for any first-time home buyer programs? If so, what programs have you applied for? You see what I'm saying? Like, that's relevant to that client. If I was working with clients, maybe I'm a listing agent and I help clients transition from their starter home into a family home or a dream home, right? That's going to require a totally different set of questions, right? Have you already had the value of the home assessed? What do you think the price on the market should be? I may ask them, have they done any type of refresh or updates, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to know what you need to know for your client. So when I talk about basic infrastructure or supply information, that's going to be different for every single person in here, because all of us, people are coming to us for different things and different objectives, okay? Once we get that underway and we know kind of like where they are in the process and how much knowledge and stuff like that, you're then going to ask, how do you think I can help you? It is important that we have them acknowledge that you are the man or the woman for the job, because this reinforces to the client that you have a solution or you have an answer for whatever it is that they want to accomplish. A lot of times people don't ask this on their form, and this has a lot to do with why people will get on the phone with you and they won't book, because basically you have not gotten the client to acknowledge that they need you. It's not as impactful. I can sit in here all day long and tell you how much you need me, how Bone.com I am, how many people I've helped make money, how we get money, how we get in commas in the kingdom. I can do this all day long, okay? I can run receipts to you. I can tell you, honey, I'm better than a club sandwich. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you all of this. But at the end of the day, unless you as the customer or you as a client acknowledge like that I can help you in some facet of your business or I can assist you in some avenue, it's just not going to work, okay? So it's very important, and it's a very simple question, but it's a very important question that we ask literally, how do you think I can assist you, or what do you think I can help you with specifically? So that way, and this also helps you figure out expectations, right? Because there are some people, sometimes on that form, child, they put crazy stuff on my form, and we have to go and make sure on that call we get these expectations in line, okay? So like if somebody comes in and they're like, I'm ready to have a $10 million year, and I look at their earnings and I'm like, you're not even making $1,000 a month right now. Child, I'm not Jesus. I can't turn the water into wine. Does God favor me? Yes. Do I feel like I am blessed and the Holy Spirit is with me? Absolutely. Am I a follower of Jesus Christ? Yep. Can I do some amazing things when it comes to people's businesses? Yes, and yes. But I ain't Jesus though. Okay? I don't turn the water into wine. You're not going to come to me making, $200 a month telling me you're trying to make $10 million in the next 12 months. I'm not saying there's not somebody out there that can do that for you. There probably is. It ain't me. You know what I'm saying? I know my capabilities. I know my limitations. So I have to talk to the client and say, let's talk about what is really realistic. What our initial goals should be. What we can expect in the next 6 months to a year. You know what I'm saying? And and y'all are laughing because it sounds funny, but you have to tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? You have to tell the truth to a client, because what happens is if you don't mitigate expectations and put, where all of us are on the same understanding and the clients are very clear about what you're doing for them and that they understand like what service or what product, because it could be a high value product that you're on the phone with. If people don't understand what they're paying for, what the fiat exchange is for, you're going to have a dissatisfied customer, because they're going to be running around saying, she said that she can help me make $10 million in a year, and I'm going to be like, no, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? You may have said you want to make $10 million this year. I didn't tell you you're going to make $10 million this year. I looked at your stuff and said, I think we can get to $100,000 to $250,000 this year. That may have been what I said. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody starts with different stuff. If I have a client that has like a larger audience and a larger platform, I'd be like, oh, we can definitely get you to $1 million this year, and this is what we need to do, and this is what we need to change around, right? But it's going to be different. And so a lot of you guys are putting yourselves in crazy positions because you're not really setting expectations of how the process works, right? So we always want to ask, like, what do you think I can do specifically for you, so that way when you get on the call with the client, you know what's supposed to be going on, okay? Then the next thing, now this one, it can be on there, it cannot be on there. It's just kind of up to you, because technically you should have already did a good job pre-qualifying this client before we even sent them a link to get on the phone with you or booked a coffee appointment with them or a lunch or something. We are then going to ask for the budget. Now, you're not going to say like, hey, what's your budget for this product? You're going to give ranges for the client to work within, okay? And what I mean by ranges is like, so for instance, there may be a drop-down menu, and you may say, what's your budget for this product and for this project, and you may have like 1,000 to 3,000, 4,000 to 7,000, 7,000 to 10,000, da 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 da. It doesn't always have to be there. It's just if you deal with something. So like for my realtors and stuff, I do like for y'all to have budgets on there, because you need to figure out like what type of house these people are looking for, right? So like, what's your budget for your new home, or what's your budget for this investment property? Are we spending 200 to 400,000? Are we in a $500,000 to 1.5 million range? Are we 1.5 million and above? Whatever is going on. So like I said, some of you guys have businesses, you need to know a range. Some of us, we don't really have to put a range on there. When I do for my event design and production companies, they definitely are not production companies. For my event design and production clients, they definitely have to give me a range. They got to give me a range all day long, okay? Mama don't get up out of bed for less than a certain amount. I don't. I'm not going to look at your flower. I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not doing none of that. I worked real hard to get off the chitlin circuit. I worked real hard to get my notoriety and my awards, honey. And if that budget ain't hitting on what it's supposed to be hitting, I'm going to refer you to someone else. In my polite way that I refer people, my polite and professional way, I basically say, hey, client, thank you so much for being interested, in utilizing Events by Ashley Ann, and even considering us to be a part of such a momentous occasion for you and a special day. I appreciate that you admire our level of work, and I just want to make sure that you are aware, in order for us to achieve, or in order for me to achieve the high level of work and expertise and beauty and uniqueness that you see on these events, it requires a certain level of supplies, a certain level of labor, of work, of creativity and design. And all of that comes with a minimum price point, So the minimum to work with us, or the minimum event, or the minimum we can take on to produce an event that is up to brand and our level, our standard, that we want to uphold for each and every client is this. And you drop your number. And that is what it is. Now, sometimes people will see that, and they'll come back and they'll say, oh, I wasn't aware. That's not, you said the most professional brush off and lovingly. Hey, you got to learn how to talk that corporate talk. This is the thing. Y'all think that I just you got to know when to turn on your assertiveness. You got to know when to be gentle, and you got to know when to straight go savage on a hoe. You know what I'm saying? You got to know. You have to learn it from your discernment. So when y'all come into here in the kingdom, yes, I'm very firm with y'all. And I know some of y'all be crying. Y'all be like, her information is good, but I don't like her tone. Why she got to talk to me? Why she got to use these words? Because guess what? It makes it stick in your brain. It makes you remember, right? And when you come to the kingdom, I'm coming here to help you learn. I'm coming here to help you succeed. I'm not going to lie to you. It's been too many people in your life that have already been lying to you. That's why you're not where you want to be, because people have lied to you. If somebody would have told you the truth, you probably would be further along, right? So when you come in here, I'm telling you out of love, like in the house. I want you to be okay in the house, because when you get outside of the house, the world is not nice. They're going to eat you alive. You picking up what I'm putting down? they're going to tear you a new one. They're going to identify your weaknesses and the things that I didn't call out for you in the house to fix. It's going to be blood in the water and you're going to be dead. Bloop, bloop, just like that. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you have to figure that out. And so if there's a client that they're not a good fit for you, you know, because you're looking at the budget that they have and you know that the expectations or what they want, that it's just not going to happen in that budget. You know what I'm saying? You know there's not a way to make this happen for the client in the budget that they have. Then, as you said, you give them the polite brush off, right? And it's not necessarily a brush off, it's just education, and it's the truth, right? For me to be able to produce or to be able to work, you know, at a certain capacity, it takes a certain level of whatever it is, whether it's my supplies, whether it's the vendors, whether it's the hours, whether it's a know-how or knowledge, whether it's having, you know, 5 different people that are experts and there are 5 specific things and that's all they do. Whatever it is, that's what it takes to be able to produce, you know, what they're seeing. And so there's nothing wrong with telling a client that, okay? Now, what will happen is there'll be some people that say, hey, okay, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? And then you have some people that say, hey, well, you know, I wasn't aware. You know, I went back to the board or I went and talked to, you know, the other party in this decision. And, you know, we have agreed that we can work with that budget. We would still like to proceed. You know, we would still like to proceed. So that it's like a 50-50. You know what I'm saying? You get some people that go like, I'm out of here then. And then, like I said, you're really going to get the other 50% of people. They'll say, okay, you know, thank you for letting me know. We're comfortable starting here. Let's move forward, okay? So the budget, like I said, that depends on what you're doing if you need to put it out there. But for events, I definitely would have budget ranges. And I would ask, like, is your budget for your event, are you in between 20 and 30,000? Are you 35,000 to 50,000? Are you 50 to 75,000? Are you in the 100 to $150,000 range? Are you 150 plus, you know, for your event? And that way we know what we need to do. So like I said, it's different because all of y'all are in businesses where you don't have to necessarily put that little drop down in there for the client to select a budget on the form. It just depends on what you do, if that's necessary for you or not. Anyway, but this one is necessary for everybody, whether you have to put the budget question in or not. So your next thing you're gonna, you know, you want to ask, like, is there anything that could stop us from working together? And so you let people select their options. So time, money, fear, and then I use the last option of none of the above. You know, I'm ready. So like 90% of my people that have signed, that I sent, because I did a good job pre-qualifying them in the DMs, right? So 90% of people are going to say none of the above. I'm ready right now. Fear is probably my next most popular answer, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, there are just some people, they just be scared of everything. They're scared of what's new. They're scared of what they don't know. You know, sometimes they have anxiety because they've tried this like so many times before and it didn't work out. So people have fear with things. And then normally it's time would be after that, is what people would select. Because I do have clients that are already, you know, like very successful when they come to me sometimes and they need help scaling up. So, you know, we may have a difficult time finding time for them. Like I have a new client right now. We had a consultation on, I think it was Tuesday, and she's amazing. She's really, really amazing. She works in the cannabis industry and she's awesome. But that girl, when I say that girl is busy, she is busy. Okay, so time is going to be, you know, the issue with us, and being able to create a plan and an infrastructure for her that fits into her busy life, because she's literally a jet setter, and, you know, she has to take a lot of appointments with very important people, with a lot of legislators and stuff like that. And so anyway, you know, time is normally, most people, like I said, they select none of the above, I'm ready to move. Then you get the fear or the time. So that's how that works. So once somebody fills out the form, it's now time for you guys to get on a call together. And when you get on a call together, you use your form as a guide. So you're gonna, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna allow them to elaborate on some things that you need some more information on, and you're going to talk to them about what they want to achieve and the timeline they want to achieve it in. You want to know, like, how does it make them feel, right? How are you going to feel if you can accomplish this? And then we really want to dive into what they tried before that didn't work. And then at that point, you want to highlight what's inside of your program or what's inside of your system or what is in your service that you offer that is going to help them get the opposite outcome. What's going to help them win this time, right? So I have this, and it's going to show you how to evade this mistake, or it's going to show you how to put this together, or you know what I'm saying? Like whatever that is, whatever that looks like. So that's where we're going to stop at for today. Blink, blink, blink. I got like somewhere in between 10 and 13 minutes for Q&A. So y'all hit me with as many questions as you can in this next 10 to 13 minutes. As always, if y'all found this information helpful, if you found it useful, make sure you click the link in the bio and tap the first button. That is what will get you a copy of today's session and the other 4 parts in this series, so that way you really know how to sell, and you know how to sell properly. Blink, 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 and get a win, all right? And y'all know the deal. I teach things on here all the time that people charge hundreds of dollars for or thousands of dollars for. I get on and I teach it for free 99, honey. So my free 99 is something, that pay 99 is everything. But if you want all the 5 parts of this series, click the link in the bio, tap the first button, okay? Let's see what's in the question queue. Uh-oh. Snap, y'all. I may just have to catch them in the comments. My question queue is frozen. It's frozen. Let me try and push it again and see what happens. Hey, Sam Mystique. Sam Mystique, hey. I have 10 toes down, the Kingdom Essentials, Birthday Bundle 1, and how to create products that sell. It says in what, I'm guessing you're probably going to ask me in what order should you tackle them. The first thing I would go through is how to create products that sell, so you can do an audit on your current offers or products that you have right now. And if there's room or an opportunity for you to create something that like really is going to sell, that's really going to do well, then we can do that. Then after that, your 10 Toes Down bundle is pretty lit. It has a lot to do, with mindset, attitude, and like marketing stuff. So I would go through there for some of the quicker, maybe marketing strategies if you want to try and just shake out something fast while you're going through Kingdom Essentials. Kingdom Essentials does take about 12 weeks to get through. So once we figure out what we're selling, I would definitely go through Kingdom Essentials so you can get your foundations together, start the process of putting together an overall system. And then once you get done with that, you can go through Birthday Bundle, because it's going to be focused more on like scaling and marketing. Because if you go through Kingdom Essentials, you're going to have something to market to people, and you're going to have a system to push people in the right direction. Can these questions be used on services paying between $110 and $200? 100 and like, I mean, technically. But if I'm being honest, for me, and this is where yesterday when I was talking about figuring out what your minimum, valuation is for that you would get on the phone for, if you're talking about $110 to $200, this is just me personally. I don't feel like that's worth a phone call. That's just me. I don't feel like that's when you really start, like when you really start breaking down how many hours you have in a day that you are awake, how many hours in the day you have available to work. When you really start to understand there's only one of you, and so when you do one-to-one, you essentially are limiting, your income or what you can bring in or what you can do that day, versus one-to-many or finding some type of offer or product or something that can reach, many people or thousands of people. When you really start thinking about it like that, you would like, yeah, you can do all of these questions for something that's in between $110 and $200, but I just feel like it's too, for me personally, I feel like it's too much work for $110 to $200 when you're looking at your time. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's a product that's maybe somewhere in between $1,100 and $2,000, then I would say, yeah, go for it. You know, get on the call and enroll people in what they need to enroll in. But $110 to $200, like, yeah, no. Should they answer these questions prior to the phone call? Yep. This should all be in the form. All these questions should be answered before they even got on your calendar. So that way, because what you do is you take this information, Aisha, and what you're doing is this is helping you figure out like what's the good fit for that client. This is what gives me such a high close rate. So what I see people doing is normally people are scrambling and they're just trying to offer a product to a customer and they don't really know if that product is a good fit or why this product would be a good fit. So like, let's say for instance, I was doing phone consultations for Instacoin, right? Do I feel like you should probably be an Instacoin? Absolutely, but we have to figure out why Aisha specifically should be an Instacoin, right? Because you may be having issues with marketing, but there may be somebody else that needs to come in Instacoin because they got issues with their infrastructure, and then there may be somebody else that needs to come in Instacoin because they're only making $5,000 to $10,000 a month, and we need to try and scale them up to $50,000 a month. And there may be somebody else who's going to get a benefit out of Instacoin because they have been failing at ads. You see what I'm saying? All these things are offered inside of Instacoin, but everybody has a different reason. They have a different pain point. They have a different experience. And so you need to figure out, like, why is it a good fit for that specific client? And then sometimes what you have may not be a good fit for the client too. And again, that's when you refer them to someone else. So yes, these are all questions they need to be asking before. Birthday bundle is startup and stay up. Why y'all do this to me? Yes, I still recommend it. I still recommend it last. If you ask me in between Kingdom Essentials and in between, this is the thing: the birthday bundle are individual sessions or individual trainings, right? They're not. It's not a system. Kingdom Essentials is a system. I invented Kingdom Essentials because there were people that were coming into Instacoin that didn't have their foundations. So that was literally my whole purpose of inventing Kingdom Essentials. It was to give you foundational understanding, and then, you can roll from there through Instacoin. And so I did a special last year where people that came into Instacoin, they also got to come into Kingdom Essentials. I may do that again one more time this year. Can I apply this system to my event planning business? You absolutely should apply it to your event planning business. That's how I learned it from my event planning business. What do you recommend for someone who is just starting their business and needs all the help they can get? Come into Instacoin Academy if you can swing it. Do you offer mentoring programs? Instacoin Academy is where you get the training. And what I've been doing since COVID started is I've been giving people access to a year of mentorship for free. So my mentorship program is normally $997 a month. So, go and do the math. That's about $12,000 a year. But people that come into Instacoin Academy, they're able to get everything in the course as far as the infrastructure, the marketing, the modules, and all of that. And they get access to the year of mentorship. So, yeah. So Instacoin is that's the best way. So that's where we're going to stop at, because I got a meeting I got to get to in a little bit, and your girl needs to take a little baño break, okay? Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this content today. I hope it was very helpful. We should be able to finish up tomorrow. And so tomorrow, now that we got the form filled out and what should go on your form, we're going to talk about like actually conducting the call, like once you're actually on the phone talking to someone. Okay, but this is all of the pre-information, and we're going to break down how to slice and dice it. Again, if you enjoyed the series, click the link in the bio, tap the first button, and we'll get you a copy of today and the other 4 parts of the series that have happened prior to, and it will get you a copy of what we're going to cover tomorrow, okay? The price does go up at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight. So if you want to get in while it's a hot $47, go and click the link in the bio and make that happen. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are on the planet Earth. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. If it's morning time or daytime where you are, have a productive and a prosperous day. If it's evening time, get yourself a good night's rest. All right? All right. I love you guys. Have a fabulous day. Stay safe. Stay clean. Like what we teach works. Blink, blink, blink. Boom. There we go.